Hi guys, today we'll be unboxing and reviewing the latest mouse from Logitech. This is the Pro X Superlight. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. So this is their follow-on mouse from the G Pro Wireless. Comes in two colors, so the white and the black. So let's open it up and take a closer look. You get some documentation, which is multi-language, and a guide on setting this up, which mostly just consists of pictures. You get a Logitech G sticker. You get some sticky grips and a cloth. So the cloth's used for wiping down the mouse, and then you can use the stickers on there to give it some additional grip. Very thin grips on here, and these are for the side and these are for the buttons. You get a replacement cap here for the bottom of the mouse, and just coming in, I'll show you in a moment, just a replacement there, just to provide some more glide on the mouse. You got a cable which is 180 centimeters long, USB-A connector to micro USB. Surprised they're still using the micro USB connector. We're 2021 now, and you would have thought they would have moved over to a Type-C connector. General build quality of the cable seems fine, all rubberized all the way around, not braided, just a note. And then you've got a dongle. There's a USB dongle on there, and this is just an adapter here. So you'd plug the dongle in, and then you could have this plugged in just over here. And the way that would work, you'd plug it into your computer here, you'd have that close by, so if your mouse did run out of battery, you can just quickly pull that out and plug that directly into the mouse. Coming close on the mouse, you must be wondering what's changed here. Now, in terms of design, they've got rid of all the RGB on this, so there's only a G logo here, which is silver. You've got an LED indicator here for DPI levels, standard left and right click, and two buttons here at the side. But when you compare it to G Pro Wireless, there's no side buttons here. Looking over here, you've got Superlight written on there. And then coming around, just to show, there's no DPI selection button underneath on here, just your power button here. And in terms of glide with the mouse, they say they've improved the feet on this. So they're larger, zero additive PTFE feet to deliver a smoother glide. And if you wanted to add more, as I've said before, you've got this additional cap here, so you can take this off and obviously replace it here. And you've got an area here for the dongle to put in, and there you go, you've got a larger surface area. The feet themselves are very thin on there, just to note. I know some reviewers have said it is liable to catch on your mat, depending on the mat you've got. Size wise, height comes in at 125 millimeters, the width is 63.5 millimeters, and from the bottom, height wise, you get 40 millimeters. Feels really nice and comfortable in your hand, probably a medium sized hand, and you can see in terms of grip, fits in quite well. Sensor wise, at the bottom, it's got a new improved sensor on here. So there's adjustable increments of 50 to 100 DPI on this, and it can go to a maximum of 25,600 DPI. Crazy high. Battery life, they say, is up to 70 hours on here. And comparing to the G Pro Wireless, you can see very similar in design. Obviously, they've got the RGB here. Coming on the side, you can see the same buttons there. And on the other side, G Pro Wireless, you can see they've got the additional points where you can put the buttons. Looking at both the colors side by side, obviously two variants of this, black and white on this. You can see only real difference is the main color on there. The logo is still silver on both of them. The LED indicator for DPI sort of more hidden away on the black version, whereas on the white one you can see a small dot. The wheel here has the white on the side, and then flipping over, with this one I haven't put the additional slide cap on. Coming around the back, you can see the charge point here, and with the buttons just to show the play in them. So this isn't clicking down. Obviously you can see the movement when I'm pressing it right at the top there, and then here you go. It's a little bit of a push. I thought it's worth showing that. Not an issue. And just to show this side as well, if I move them around. Previous version, G Pro Wireless, did have double click issues. They've not mentioned anything about this version, if that's been resolved, but the switch in here does have a slightly different sound to it, and I'll do a sound test in a moment. And just to show from here, Now, as a comparison with my G Pro wireless, which is the black one here, the mouse has large zero additive PTFE feet, and that actually provides more glide on there. And I can feel more glide than my G Pro wireless with this, just to show. And then bringing in my G Pro wireless, I don't feel it gives as much. And then obviously looking at the back, it's going to make a difference, obviously having more on there. To connect the mouse up, obviously one end gets plugged into your computer, the other end can be plugged into your mouse directly for charging, and you can plug that into the dongle like so. Now, the app you'll need to configure things on the mouse is the Logitech G Hub software. I've already got it installed, as you can see on the screen. You can see my existing keyboard and headset on here. Now, if I plug in the dongle like so, the mouse is connected now. You can see the battery level at 50% on there. Now, one thing to note, you don't have to have the dongle here connected. So if I pull it out, there you go, it's disconnected the mouse. Now, if I pull that out, plug it in directly into the mouse, there you go. The mouse is visible in the G Hub software. So the dongle here really is required just for wireless connectivity. So why they suggest doing it like this is so when you're gaming, and if you run out of battery while you're gaming, you can just quickly pull that out and just push it straight into the mouse, and you're up and running straight away again. Now, looking in the software, if I click on the mouse, you've got the standard options here where you can reassign the keys to perform different actions. So you've got the commands over here, so you can get it doing commands. So for instance, I can get one of the buttons launching an app if I wanted to, and then clicking on keys, you can assign different keys, actions, record your own custom macros, and then obviously your system commands over here. Now, coming over to the DPI levels, and you can see on the screen there's 5 DPI levels set, and it's just a matter of adjusting them like this to get it changed. Now, there you go, there's a maximum 25,600. Now, what's quite interesting about the color indicators here, it actually changes color on the mouse with the LED over there. So if I now click the yellow, you can see it's yellow. Clicking on the white, it goes to white. Clicking on the orange, goes to orange, then goes to magenta, and then purple. So nice visual indication that the DPI's change. Looking at the side here, you've got a report rate per second. And this is how often the mouse reports information back to the computer. So at the moment it's set to 1,000, but you can take that down to 125. And then looking over here in settings, so there is onboard memory in here. So if I turn that on, you've got different slots here for profiles. So you can have 5 different profiles here. Coming to the side, it shows the power consumption on here. And on 50%, it's showing you've got about 36 hours of usage on here left. Firmware versions shown over here. And there you go, good amount of functionality available in the app. When gaming, the mouse has a nice comfortable feel to it, glides along on your mouse mat, has a really comfortable, speedy feel to it. And the DPI levels give a good amount of accuracy. So really impressed. So in summary, Logitech have done really well with this mouse. Impressed by the fact they've managed to take the weight down to 63 grams on it. And obviously removing the RGB and the extra buttons on the side, that's helped in that. An improved sensor on here, up to 25,600 DPI. Buttons sound slightly different, so hopefully they have resolved the double click issues which they don't mention. My daily driver has been the G Pro wireless for about a year now and really pleased with it, but the G Pro Superlight does have a different feel to it, the lighter feel and the ease of gliding with the additional zero additive PTFE feet does feel much smoother ride with this one. The feel on your hand is very comfortable on here. Battery life is 70 hours on there, and that is an improvement. Obviously that helps with taking out the RGB. Is it a worthy upgrade of the G Pro wireless? 100% I'd say. The smoother glide on here and the lighter weight feels really good. Price wise, it still comes in pretty high. I've looked today and it was retailing for £130 on Amazon. So there is a high price to pay for this. So there you go, I hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below, including purchasing links. Hang around for the end cards, I'll have a playlist showing more Logitech gaming tech. So do check that out. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think of the mouse. And drop me a like on the video because it really does help the channel out. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.